Good morning, Mojad. Hey, Crimson.
Don't get overconfident just because you beat the first room.
Buffs expire faster, debuffs expire slower. Let's get entangling monsters.
Mines restrict your every move.
Got the stupid elevator. Alright, so see, look, all of those monsters just died because I got too far, and now I gotta wait a minute. And there, okay, now they're here. Begin the corruption trial. How you liking it so far? I'm very much enjoying the game so far.
You're not going anywhere.
What the heck? That dude just carried me like a rugby player. What's that? Okay, getting overwhelmed a little there at the end. We made it though. Oh boy. Alright, dodging a fire, directional arrest that causes an explosion. Wait, what? Falco, what the heck? I actually had an idea I wanted to run by you that I came up with yesterday. You know how Vindicator and Mesmer have sort of gimmicky dodges? Dodging in fire, directional rush that causes an explosion where the Weaver lands, creating a combo field. If dodging toward an enemy, apply stacks of burn. Dodging an air directional teleport. Dodging a water directional evasion that causes a burst. They already have a trait. Elementalist already has a trait that does something special based on the element you're in when you dodge. But it sounds like you have thought up a fancier version of that trait. Because right now it's pretty minor. Like, it gives you some boons and stuff, and maybe I think it cleanses conditions if you dodge in water. Vetera says, hey, got a question for the players that made alts. Are the permanent buffs you get from the different map accounts and one-time and character bound? I am still on my first character, so I don't know. Chat, do any of you know? Like, when you beat one of those skulls on the map and it says you get 30 spirit, etc. That reminds me, I might have enough spirit for another thing. Let me see. Nice. I wonder if I put some... Hang on a second. If I do that... Alright, so if I do this, so if I weapon swap to my second weapon set, fire a bolt, then weapon swap back to my shield, it might at least leash, like, snap the skeleton warriors to my side. Monsters hits do bleeding and poison. Reduced recovery rates. Volatiles on death. Let's do bleeding and poison, I guess?
Infected. Powering the monument requires souls.
Okay, well, that sort of worked. I did get the warriors to snap to me. Stone altar. Oh, I have to. There's soul gems around here somewhere. Oh, cool. It's like on my back. Wait. Oh my god, it's summoning stuff. No, I've got a backpack that's summoning the dudes. Hold on, do I have a... So they're doing poison and bleeding. Here we go. Grants immunity to bleeding when it procs. Put that on. Oh my god. Like, I'm wondering if I should try to do this slow and steady or just like friggin' run for it. Okay, where's the third one? Oh, I see the path. Alright. There we go. Maybe I can jump in a while. Hey, Crimson! There we go. So I did the thing to snap the warriors to me. PoE 2 released. In early access. It's early access released a few days ago. Cool music? Yes. Yeah, it's very similar to the Ultimatum music from PoE 1, but they have jazzed it up a bit.
This is just a warm-up.
Oh my gosh. 50% less defense, reduce recovery rate, or deploy attacks against nearby intruders. What, is that traps? I'll do that one.
Sends its regards.
I don't really want to impede my defense. Oh my gosh, my skeletons haven't desummoned. There we go. Oh, that's... I thought that was the trap that I'd selected. Oh my god, what? What is that? Alright, enrage the boys. Alright, so I think the thing in the middle of the room is the trap that I activated. Oh, it summoned dudes. Oh no, I got stun locked. It was like raining crap on me and I couldn't move. Dang it. Dude, do I have to start it over from the beginning? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Maybe we get a few levels and come back. Like, I might be able to continue it, but that we were at like 4/10 of the way through that. Boss summons one dude, that's illegal. No. Just the stun lock thing was illegal. Hey, Mike, how are you? Question, having trouble surviving with Harbinger Condi. Would you recommend change to Scourge or have any tips for Harbinger? It depends. It depends. It depends entirely on like the game mode and stuff. Are you doing this like an open world, like in a raid, in PvP? Like where's this happening? It depends. It does depend. Let's see. Asking because I'm curious. Do you think this is easier or harder to understand than PoE 1? I think it's a little bit easier to understand. So PoE 1, fantastic game. I played about 1,700 hours of it. I did not clear the entire thing, but I had a lot of fun playing it. It had been around longer, right? So there was the base game. Then they added like the bestiary systems. Then they added the breach systems. Then they added the blight systems, and so on and so on and so on, right? So to min-max in PoE 1 at this point, you have to learn like 50 different methods of character growth, right? There was so many leagues, and every league had another system that you could use to make your character stronger. You know, in this game, it's got a few systems. It's got a talent tree, which is enormous. However, you have a search box. So I'm like, okay, I care about minion stuff. Show me the minion stuff. Okay, this is blinking. That's minions. All right, this is blinking. That's minions. And I'm just like ignoring everything else, and I'm just looking at the blinky things, right? So, you know, that is a system. And then your equipment is a system. And your skills over here is a system. That's not that bad to pick up on if you're just starting out, you know? Just take it one step at a time. So currently, I do say PoE 2 is easier to pick up on than PoE 1 because PoE 1 has been around for so long, it has so many systems in play. Let's see. They answer the type of content they play. Let me see. I'm doing full instance content, fractals, raids, and strikes. Okay, so in fractals, raids, and strikes, if you're a harbinger, that means you're grouped with someone who's a healer 9 times out of 10, right? So if you die, in my opinion, this becomes really simple. If you die from unavoidable damage, example, you're fighting Bone Skinner, you're avoiding all of his attacks, and the aura in the room kills you. that is the healer's fault, and they will need to up their game. If you are dying because you stood in a red circle, that's on you, you know? So it really comes down to that. And whether you play Harbinger or play something else, you've got to get out of those red circles. Red circles, red cones, red, you know, whatever the shape is, the red areas. If that happens, now it is true that because Harbinger, because of the blight mechanic, you will lower your own maximum health for more power. And so you may be more susceptible to getting one shot than somebody else because you lower your max HP. So you could play a DPS Scourge and have maybe double the health of a DPS Harbinger, which would allow you to make more mistakes and not die. So if that sounds good to you, you know, that is an option. But if you're in a party with a healer, you should be allowed to go full glass cannon. But if you die, if you stood in bad, it's your fault. If you were not standing in bad, the healer, you know, messed up.
None can oppose me.
Let's see. Kind of like to go back to Unearth for a little bit and just see how it feels. Oh wait, do I even have Unearth equipped? I don't think I do. I think I might have it in my stash in town. Okay, never mind, not right now. That just answered my question. I'm glad to see the barter system gone. Let's see. This is gold, X on legendary seals, or whatever. It's a lot easier to play than needing X of a different mount. So yeah, Fracture, when you go to a merchant in town, there is a screen to sell stuff for gold. So PoE 2 has gold, PoE 1 did not. There's a screen to disenchant stuff, which gives you like orbs and different currencies, which you can, anything that's a magic item, you can just sell to the disenchant screen. And then there's a salvage bench, and if you find anything that has sockets, you can salvage it at the salvage bench and get basically pieces of jeweler's orbs, which are the things from PoE 1 that add sockets to something. There's a bunch of bombs in there. My bags are full, so I can actually show what I was talking about just a second ago, if you're still interested. So, we come to town here. This guy is Deckard Cain. He'll identify everything for free. Now, in this town over here is the salvage bench. And is there... Can I salvage this? Yeah. So it has to be something that has quality or socket. So nothing that I've looted on that run has that. And then I can go to sell or disenchant. I'm going to go to disenchant. And I'm just double checking. I actually might use those boots. So that, and that. And see, she's giving me transmutation shards. Fine. But if I buy or sell and I get rid of stuff here, then it just gives you gold. Let's see. Let's see. Place into an empty room. Oh, it has to be in a socket. Oh, duh. Let's see. Where is skill gems? Oh, I thought I had a level 6 unearth. I guess I have a level 10 one. Or, sorry. I said that backwards. I thought I had a level 10 one. I guess I have a level 6 one. There we go. See these guys, put them there. Alright. What else is unearth with that? See, Raise Zombie currently has Lacerate. We'll move that to Unearth. And Brutality. We'll move that to Unearth. Okay. Let's try this. Do you get some kind of cosmetic goodies when the game releases if you buy into the EA? In a way, yeah. So, if you buy into the EA, you spend $30 to buy in. And you get $30 worth of microtransaction currency. So you can use that to buy whatever you want from the MTX store. Like, you're basically spending $30 to get $30 worth of in-game currency. It's just that by doing that, they give you early access. Big ogre dude exploded. Let's see. Good to know. My main issue with the PoE was experimenting builds was such a pain because if you hit a wall early, you're kind of screwed in fixing your build. The guy in town with the black robe can respec for a few gold per point. It's not bad. I've moved some stuff around already, and it was pretty cheap. Is there something in the store you'd recommend more than other stuff? Currency tab. So there is I bought this. Okay, the currency tab. I bought it in PoE 1 7 years ago, so I have it in PoE 2 already. The currency tab is a bank tab in PoE, both of them. And what it does is like, okay, let's say you've got a stack of, here, Orb of Transmutations. You can have 40 of these in a stack. So if you've got 1,000 of them, that's going to be like 20 to 30 stacks in your inventory, right? A currency tab can hold like 1,000 of them in one spot. So it's very nice. The currency tab can just hold a lot and keep it pretty well organized. $5K of each? Okay, 5K of each. So, let's see.
Let's see what the lake kept hidden.
Okay, so this is just like one little house. Is it better to focus your class tree first, or can you deviate from sorceress to shadow per se? Your class tree. Okay, sorceress to shadow. Are you talking about like the skill gems? Like, for example, I'm playing witch. And then I've got, like, this occult gems here. I've gone outside of that a few times. Like, I went to elemental and I've been using firewall a lot. Because it's just really good. talk about the skill tree. Skill tree, you usually want to focus on a type of damage and then survivability. So right now for me, that type of damage is minion damage. If you're playing sorceress, I would, you know, either specialize in fire or specialize in lightning. You know, something like that. However, they do have that new system where you can have basically one set of talent points for one of your weapons. So you could have like a staff that excels in doing fire damage with fire talents, and then a staff that excels in lightning damage with lightning talents. So here, hang on. Let me just give you a really stupid example here. If I go to weapon set 1, I'm like, okay, I want to do this. You know, I want to have, you know, when I have weapon set 1, I want that. But when I have weapon set 2, I want, let me hit cancel here. If I am on weapon set 2, then I want to take this other node. And so, you know, now the line's green. So the red line is weapon set 1, and the green line is weapon set 2. Hopefully that made sense. So basically you can, like, go near some talents that give bonuses to things, and then put, like, all your fire spells on a staff and have that be weapon set 1 and pick fire talents for that. And then do the same thing with the other staff for lightning or something like that. I've seen people playing Mercenary, which is all about using a ranged weapon, and one of their weapon sets is just a mace, and they use it to stun enemies who get too close, and then swap back to range.
Another corpse to serve me.
Thank you. Sure. What are the turquoise vortexes? That's something the enemy is doing. It's some kind of like water vortex, and it hurts. It's from the river hags. It's like a little water tornado. Looks like they removed the things you socket into weapons and put them into skills like the old D3 system. Similar. So in the past, you would have skilled gems, and it had to be on something you equipped, right? It could be anything over here, but they'd have sockets. And now there's a screen here called the skill screen, and you just put a skill gem here. So example, here's my flame wall, and I can put the flame wall there, and then you can also still modify it. You can put support gems in it to change it. And then, oops, there's my flame wall. You know, and then you just put it on a hotkey. So it's kind of nice because, let's say you were playing PoE 1, and you had an item that had 4 sockets on it. So it'll let you use 4 skills. And then you find an upgrade, better armor, better stats, whatever, but the upgrade only had 2 sockets. You might pass on the upgrade because the sockets were wrong. There was the wrong number, the wrong colors, or something like that. But in this game, you get better armor, you can just use it. Now, occasionally you still find armor that has sockets, but you put in, like, smithing stones into it, which just makes the armor better armor, which is, you know, much simpler. So the skills and armor thing have been separated into 2 separate systems. Viridine, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. How many classes are there? 6 now. They are adding more. But right this second in early access, there are 6.